Hello. Hey.
Hey buddy. What's up guys? Welcome to the Vlearning. I call this a Vlearning because it's a little bit of a vlog, it's a little bit of a journey, and it's all related to learning and sharing ideas about filmmaking. Today's topic, how to choose a film festival. I'm going to give you my top 5 criteria that I look for when submitting to film festivals.
So what's the scenario?
So here's the scenario. You're a first time or a second time filmmaker. You've got a great little project that you want to share with the world, and you have a budget, and now you're going to try to decide what festivals you want to submit it to, but you don't really know where to go. Do I go to the big film festivals and blow my budget? Or do I choose from one of the hundreds of thousands of smaller festivals? And if I'm going to choose a smaller festival, why do I choose that festival? Like, what is the value of choosing one festival over the other? Today I'm going to give you a list of top 5 things to think about when submitting to smaller festivals. Ooh, it's windy. Okay, so the first thing that I think about when choosing a festival is location. You got to think, what do you want to do? Do you want to be at a place that's in a city where there might be a bigger audience? Do you want to choose a more remote location where you're going to get more of an intimate feel? Another word on location, oh baby. The biggest value to a film festival is you, the filmmaker. The audience could choose to go watch a blockbuster, pay $20, sit down in a big IMAX, buttery popcorn, a liter of Coke. What's that?
You said get diabetes.
Get diabetes. The reason that they're doing that is because it is a blockbuster. We can't, as an independent filmmaker, you're not competing with that. What you're competing with is connection. And the biggest value of going to a film festival is that connection with the creator. So don't underestimate that. So when you're choosing a festival, 1, you want to choose a location that you think you would enjoy being at. And 2, you want to choose a location that you can actually attend. You got to be gentle. Apollo, be gentle. Slow, Apollo, slow. Slow. Check that out. Baby walking the dog. Another big thing to consider is value. The first film festival I went to, we got 1 free night stay. And I can't tell you how cool that is as a filmmaker. If it's your first or your second film and you're going to a festival and you get put up in a hotel, you instantly feel like a star. It might sound silly, but it's just such a nice perk. So the other reason why free accommodations can be so important, if the festival's putting you up, that means they're also putting up other filmmakers. And that's a huge added bonus. You go watch the screenings of movies that day, at the end of the day, you're all going back to the same hotel. That's super helpful for networking. Here you go. Okay, I'll hold the dog. So yeah, look at the value that the festival's providing you. Sorry guys, I'm got a snotty nose here. It's a very cold April in Canada. You want to look at the value that the festival's providing you, not what you're providing the festival. Do they put you up? Are there filmmaker mixers? Is there a keynote speaker? Are there filmmaker talkbacks? Do they do social media that you can benefit from as a filmmaker? Those are all things that you want to consider when choosing a film festival. Oh man, it's so cold out here. It's so windy, the stroller is moving on its own. I gotta ask myself, why am I doing this learning outside? This is a big one. Think about the awards. No one's a winner until they've won something, and no one thinks they're gonna be a winner until they do win something.
Hey, what?
You wanna choose a festival that awards the direction that you wanna go in. Very simple. If you're a writer and you wanna continue being a writer, choose a festival that has writing awards. You're an actor and you wanna do more acting, choose a festival that rewards acting. You're a director, well, you get the point. You wanna choose a festival that has categories that award the direction that you wanna go in. Why is it that it feels nice when people tell you in person what they think of your film?
People just assume that you must know that and hear it all the time, so they don't tell you.
All right, so yeah, my wife Monica just said that when you're good, Often people think that you just know that and they're not, therefore people won't go up to you and tell you that you're good. So think about that. You see a film that you really like, that film then wins Best Picture at that festival. Go up to that person, tell them that you like their film. You have no idea how much it's gonna mean to them. And if you don't believe me, picture it was your film. You win Best Film at the festival. That award's gonna feel good, but I guarantee you it's gonna feel way better when people come up to you and actually tell you that they enjoyed watching your movie. That person could be your next collaborator. That person can think of you for the next project. It really does go a long way, you know? Share the love. Lost my dog. There's this baseball diamond here where everyone kind of uses it as a dog park. It's nice because it's fenced in, and some industrious person put a little gate here so we can keep all the dogs from going in and outside. And it's great, you know, because dogs gotta run. Here he is. Hey buddy, come here, come here, come here. Good boy, good boy, good boy, yeah. Who's a good boy? Up, come on, up. Okay, now here's a big one. Exposure. You can get a lot of valuable exposure at a film festival, even if you don't know who's gonna be there. I've got a great example of that. I run a film festival called Cinemascope. Hey buddy! And last year we had a really well-known director at that festival. He was there to show a retrospective of one of his older films. That director showed up to the short film screenings. It must have been about 20 films. In one of those films, there was an actor. That director really liked that actor's work. Never had seen the actor before, never heard about them. At the party afterwards, he inquired about that actor. Did we know who they were? Were they at the festival? They were in fact at the festival. That's the reason you want to show up. And so we introduced that director to that actor, and now they're going to work together. But that's the type of exposure that you can get even at the smallest film festivals, and that's the reason you always want to show up. Oh! Owie! Hey, Winnie. All better. Go up the slide. Go up the slide.
No!
No?
No.
Yes?
No.
No? All right, and this is the final category. And I'm gonna kind of lump these two together. It's feedback and venue. No festival can guarantee attendance, but you can see what type of promotion that the festival does to get an idea of what type of attendance you're gonna have. The other thing is you wanna see what type of venue is at the festival. Is it multiple venues? Is it one venue? Is there one really good venue and then a couple not so good venues at this festival? You want to know where your film's screening. Here's a real world example. In about 2012, I made a web series called 3 Guys and a Witch. If you want a good laugh, go check it out. I'll put the link below.
3 friends move in with a witch. She needs his semen to resurrect an evil demon.
Really weird, but hey, we just wanted to jump in and do something creative, and it was a new format. So we made this web series called 3 Guys and a Witch, and we finished it. And we went looking for festivals that were screening web series, and we found one. You know, it was about a couple-hour drive away. It was in a smaller town in Ontario, and the website was really great. But we didn't look into the venues. They had one big, beautiful cinema, which was what was on the website, which we thought we would be screening at. When we showed up to the festival and we got our little passes, we found out that we were like in Cinema C or Event Room C or something like that. It was nothing more than kind of a small business conference room with folding chairs put out, a tiny screen and a tiny little projector. Definitely not the experience that we're looking for. The point of that is it's definitely something worth looking into. What type of venues do they have and where will you be screening? You don't want to end up in a small conference hall like we did. It's not worth the time traveling, it's not worth the money. Oh, that's good. And it kind of goes against what I said about always showing up. But in that case, I can confidently say it was not worth showing up. All right, what do you think? Time to go? How much do you love it right now?
Me?
Yeah,
What, love the weather?
yeah.
I love it.
Where would you rather live, in LA or in small town Ontario? Oh, that's something I want to mention too. Small festivals versus big festivals. So you're a filmmaker, chances are you live in a big city. You live in LA, New York, Toronto. You know, you don't have to go after the big ones right away. A lot of these small towns and smaller festivals, they throw a world-class experience. You're not competing with all the other big names, and you're gonna get a lot more special attention. So something to think about. It's not always bad to be in a small place. All right, let's go. 100% more things will happen to you in your career when you show up